The Martinist order is an esoteric and mystical society founded in the late 18th century by Louis-Claude de Saint-Martin, a French philosopher and mystic. Its roots lie in the traditions of Christian mysticism, Gnosticism, Kabbalah, and the teachings of earlier spiritual figures like Martinist de Pasqually and Jacob Boehme, whose ideas profoundly influenced Saint-Martin. The Martinist order focuses on the spiritual transformation of the individual, seeking to help its members achieve a higher understanding of the divine mysteries that govern creation and the human condition. The Martinist tradition is named after Saint-Martin, but also draws significantly from the earlier work of Martinist de Pasqually, who established the Esoteric, an order that focused on ritual magic and spiritual purification. Pasqually's teachings emphasized the fall of man, where human souls became entangled in the material world through the original sin of Adam. This cosmic fall led to a separation from the divine, which Martinism believes can be healed through spiritual effort and personal enlightenment. Saint-Martin, initially a disciple of Pasqually, eventually moved away from the complex ritualism of the Esoteric and towards a more introspective and contemplative form of mysticism, emphasizing the importance of inner spiritual work over external rites. His philosophy came to be known as the Way of the Heart, which formed the core of Martinism. At the heart of Martinism is the belief in the soul's fall from the divine realm into the lower material world. This dualistic view, which closely mirrors the principles of Gnosticism, posits that the material universe is a degraded or imperfect state of existence, far removed from the original divine unity. The human soul, in its current form, is considered to be in exile within the physical body, and the purpose of spiritual work is to reintegrate with the divine and achieve reunion with God. Reintegration, a central concept in Martinism, refers to the soul's process of purification, enlightenment, and eventual return to its original state of unity with the divine. This idea is similar to the Gnostic concept of Gnosis, the experiential knowledge of God, which liberates the soul from the shackles of the material world. Martinists believe that the soul has the potential to transcend the limitations of the physical world and, through spiritual practice and moral purification, achieve this reintegration with the divine source. The concept of duality is essential to Martinist teachings. The material world and the divine realm are seen as opposing forces, good and evil, light and darkness, and spirit and matter, with the human soul caught in between. According to Martinism, the material world is a temporary and illusory state, one that was created as a consequence of humanity's fall into sin. The soul's task is to overcome the distractions and impurities of the material plane and return to its divine origin. This dualism also extends to the internal struggle within individuals. Martinism emphasizes the need for inner purification and the transformation of consciousness to recognize and embrace the divine light within. Through spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and contemplation, the initiate is guided to develop a deeper understanding of the divine order and to harmonize their inner nature with the higher principles of love, wisdom, and unity. Martinist rituals and teachings are highly symbolic, drawing from Gnosticism, Christian mysticism, and Kabbalah. While not as ritualistic as its precursor, the Esoteric, the Martinist order still includes ceremonies designed to initiate members into higher levels of spiritual awareness. These rituals often serve as metaphors for the soul's journey from material ignorance to divine illumination. Martinist teachings incorporate a Christian framework, using concepts like the fall of man, salvation, and the role of Christ as a cosmic mediator. However, these Christian ideas are blended with Gnostic and Cabalistic interpretations of the divine. For example, the fall of man in Martinism is not just a moral failure, but a metaphysical event that separated humanity from the divine source. Similarly, Christ is seen not only as a savior, but as a symbol of the divine logos, the universal principle of divine reason and love that helps guide humanity back to God. The Cabalistic influence in Martinism is evident in its focus on the Tree of Life and the Sephiroth as symbolic representations of the stages of spiritual ascent and divine emanation. Just as in Cabalistic mysticism, Martinists believe that by understanding the structure of the universe, as mapped out in the Tree of Life, individuals can ascend the spiritual ladder, achieving enlightenment and divine union. Martinism teaches that the human soul contains within it a spark of the divine, a fragment of God's essence that has become trapped in the material world. This spark is the key to understanding one's true nature and purpose, but it is often obscured by the distractions, illusions, and impurities of everyday life. The goal of the Martinist is to awaken this divine spark through spiritual exercises and moral purification, leading to a deeper connection with God. In this context, creation is understood as a manifestation of divine will, but one that has become flawed or obscured by material existence. The divine plan for humanity involves a return to a state of original purity, the undoing of the fall, and the restoration of divine order in the cosmos. This process is mirrored on an individual level by the soul's journey back to God, symbolized by the initiation process in the Martinist order. The influence of Gnosticism on Martinism is particularly notable in its emphasis on the need for esoteric knowledge, Gnosis, to transcend the material world. Just as Gnostics believed that salvation came through understanding the true nature of the divine and the cosmos, Martinists seek to uncover the hidden mysteries of creation through spiritual practice and direct experience of the divine. Christian mysticism also plays a crucial role, particularly in its focus on the interpersonal relationship with God. Like many Christian mystics, Martinists believe that God can be experienced directly through the heart and that the path to divine union is a deeply personal and transformative journey. The way of the heart, as Saint Martin called it, emphasizes love, humility, and inner contemplation as the keys to spiritual enlightenment. Although the Martinist order was most prominent in the 18th and 19th centuries, its teachings continue to influence modern spiritual and esoteric traditions. Various branches of the Martinist order still exist today, often incorporating new elements from contemporary mysticism and occultism. Martinism's focus on inner transformation, moral purification, and the search for hidden truths resonates with modern seekers interested in personal enlightenment and spiritual awakening. In conclusion, the Martinist order represents a unique fusion of Christian, Gnostic, and Cabalistic thought, focusing on the spiritual evolution of the soul and its eventual reunion with the divine. Through contemplation, meditation, and symbolic ritual, Martinists seek to understand the deeper mysteries of existence and overcome the limitations of the material world, ultimately achieving a state of reintegration with the divine.